So, hello everyone, good afternoon. My name is Edward, and I want to start this presentation of mine by asking you a rhetorical questions. I believe that maybe all of you have realized that a lot of teachers and a lot of students have used social media in their studies, right, or in their classroom. Me too. Now, for example, in our last semester, we have this public speaking class and we use a lot of vlogs and we upload it to YouTube as a part of our learning process. And a lot of teachers actually using vlogs to teach their students about the speaking aspect in English language. But of course, there's a question, right? How effective it is, or is it really effective that we use vlog to teach speaking to our students, or is it not really that effective? Now, I found a journal that talks about these kind of things, and the journal is titled Improving Students' Performance Through Vlog. It was created by Berinda Mandasari and Dia Aminatun from Universitas Teknokrat Indonesia. Now, before I go there, I want to show you what I'm going to say in this presentation. I'm going to do some introduction towards this topic, and then I'm going to show you the research method that they did with this topic, and also I will give you some conclusion about it. Now, for the introduction itself, I'm going to talk about three things. The first one is technology innovations, the speaking skills, and the last one is implementation of technology. Now, we are living in an era called Industrial Revolution 4.0. Basically, everything that we do, our daily lives, will have something to do with social media or technology. And in the education aspect, technology also plays an important role. It enables both teachers and also the learners to carry out learning processes. And English learning is learning in the higher education, such as the university or the college, they also dealt with technology. Like for example, we are using Microsoft Teams to have our classroom. And like I said before, we have this public speaking class where we use YouTube and we do a lot of vlogs in our learning processes. Now, this mobile web and application bring benefits for both the learners and also the lecturers. For example, Instagram is a well-known mobile application. It is said that it sometimes brings positive impacts for students since it influences students' motivation, engagement, and activities. Now, what I'm trying to say is, if a teacher somehow can implement Instagram in their daily learning process, then it will also increase the chances of engaging the student more. Now, there are a lot of technological or mobile application platform that we can use to conduct this kind of learning. For example, there is YouTube, and there is Facebook, Instagram. In other words, we have a lot of options to choose nowadays. Now, I'm going to talk about the speaking skills itself. We all know that speaking skills is very important in English language, and speaking skills itself it involves cognitive processes, physical, sociocultural, and also knowledge from the speaker about the time and the place that they are in. But unfortunately, Indonesians they don't have many exposures and practices outside their own classrooms. And it is pretty much proven by a research conducted in Universitas Teknokrat Indonesia. From 24 students, only 58.3% of the students that actually have a chance to do some kind of speaking practices, and while the other they don't really have that chance. The reason is because they took a long time to prepare their speeches, and it kind of shows that they don't really have that kind of speaking skills in that level yet. And due to their lack of practice, students also have low motivations to practice speaking, and it also causes them to not achieve the component of speaking. And of course, consequently, the student scores decreases or they don't really get that good of a score. Now, in order to have a specific way to improve student speaking skill, technology innovation will have to be implemented. And in this case, vlog and YouTube channel are introduced to the students. So actually in the University of Technocrat Indonesia, they did this kind of thing where they implemented vlog in their learning classes, in their learning processes. And they also did some research while they're doing those classes. And this is how their methods of research was. They will have, of course, their own participants. They will do some data collection and data analysis, and then we can share about the results and the discussions about their results. Now we're going to the participants itself. So the participants from this university, they took 40 students from the English Education Study Program. And those 40 students, they have their own YouTube channel, and they are assigned to watch vlog at YouTube a lot. Now the next thing is they will do some kind of data collection, which means they are going to gather some data uh, to be able to make their research more valid. They divided this data collection into 3 parts. The first one is pre-test. It was conducted in the beginning of the semester, and of course we are talking about speaking skills, so it involved a lot about the content, fluency, grammar, pronunciation, and also vocabulary. And for the practical aspect itself, they have to elaborate tourism in Bali and Jogja, including the hotel, the tourist spot, and the culinary in Bali and Jogja. And they have to create their own vlog in Bali and Jogja. So in other words, the university gave the students a chance to go to Jogja and Bali, and while they were in there, they have to make their own vlogs. But how they make their own vlogs, or what kind of content, no, what kind of the design that they make, it's really is up to them. And after they make all of those things, after they make their own vlogs, there will be another post test conducted at the end of the semester. So after they do a lot of those things, they will do a data analysis. They will differ the score of pre-test and post-test. They will find some difference between the first test and then the second test, and then they will find out the mean score of both of those tests, and they will test the normal distribution data. Now this is the result of those tests, and you can see from this chart that actually the students score higher after the post-test, meaning that after they conducted those vlogs and after they uh, made those vlogs, they have a better results in speaking classes and speaking abilities. Now we're going to the conclusion. There are significant differences between the mean of pre-test and the post-test. And in other words, we can say that the vlog can be one of an alternative tool to support English language teaching and learning. But I have to say a disclaimer first. Of course, this research was conducted only in Universitas Technocrat in Indonesia. So in other words, if we want to have more valid answer, then we have to conduct this research in a wider range of network in more universities or more institutes. So that's it from me. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope that what I'm saying to you will be useful. Thank you very much.